It's Ren here. Well, this is Raid Shadow Legends video. And guess who's with me today?
It's Kim, yes.
Yay! And we're on Kim's account. And we're going to be kind of just talking today about some of the new things that's happening in Raid. There's a patch that's coming up we told you about. Buffs on some champions. We are in the middle now, though, with... before we get to the Halloween cards, which I know everybody's talking about, let's look... Raid has also announced lots of stuff for Halloween, a guaranteed void. And for 80 void shards, you can have a chance to pull the void legendary Fortis. And I've heard some people say he's the worst void legendary.
That is one classification so far. I think if anybody pulls 80 void shards, they are hoping for Krisk, not Fortis. They just think, well, I guess I might as well do it because they've put now 2 or 3 guaranteed void legendaries. I guess it's just 2. I guess it was this and Turvold before this that are not necessarily who you would expect from their other track record of guaranteed champs, because usually the guaranteed champs are top-notch.
Was very fear, true fear.
Yeah, a lot of fear, which is an RNG based crowd control that is pretty strong on some. Mashald, he does great with it, and I think he's got better somehow programmed in just for him better proc rate on his fear, but that's the way it seems anyway.
Right, Saris, of course.
So it's I don't know. I think it's making 80 shards guaranteed for void, I think, is nice. At least we don't have to worry about going to 120 or whatever, 150 like we do with Ancients.
Right.
But I wish that they were picking champions that at least were a little more generally useful in the game. Like Tuanarok was one, or no, Tuanarok was 10x.
We will always, any video that Ken is in, we will always talk about Tuanarok.
Yeah, but that really cut me deep when I pulled that legendary on Tuanarok 10x and it was a Vizix.
Yeah.
But if they really need, if they're going to do those guaranteed champs like that, I mean, to make people save up for something that now they're going to be like, that's what I have. That's why I have so many void shards, because I'm waiting on guaranteed champs. Because in the Ancients and the Sacreds, usually with those guaranteeds, they're all around. Like Lady Kimmy, I got.
Ragash.
I use her everywhere. Yeah. Ragash, I got. I don't necessarily use him everywhere, but he's so good in Arena and very, very good for faction crypts as well as other places too. I do use him in Doom Tower hard levels. Like I use him in multiple spots in the game. And then I'm sure there's another guarantee. Well, and then Geo was a guaranteed at one point.
I should have got
Geo.
Yeah,
you definitely, I wish you would save your shards for stuff like that, because that's the kind of chance where it's like, okay, cool, guaranteed on that. Yeah, I definitely want to waste all the shards that I've been saving 3 or 4 months to get, if not more, when it's void.
It's not worth it. Yeah, exactly.
And because I've been burned on void legendary pops so far, because I haven't gotten very many in the years that I've been playing, and one of them was a dupe Vizix. It's just not something that I want to just leave to chance anymore. I want a good, solid, useful void legendary, because it's hard to get those shards.
Exactly.
So, and I mean, that's months of saving to get to that point. I can't tell you what the last thing I actually pulled void shards
do not buy shards.
No, I don't buy shards. No, there's way too much. There's way too little reward in shard pulling. Like I'll buy books because it's an automatic upgrade for the champion that you want to be able to use and have it be functional. But shards are just like, maybe it's going to be something useful, or maybe it's a 3-star chicken. I don't need that.
Again, dare we say the gambling aspect?
Yeah, that's why I don't like soul stones, because there's way too much crap.
Way too much value.
Yeah, they put way too much value on that for sure. They're ruining some of the rewards for tournaments and stuff.
As some of you guys know, we did a video earlier, or I did in the week. Ken wasn't able to join me, about Gimbo and I just got lucky and pulled a 5-star blessing. Otherwise, I don't know that I would ever got one by just traditionally trying to complete the, twins.
Oh yeah, no,
that's
a very long and very, I won't say expensive in the aspect of, you're probably going to have to buy gems on some kind of monthly basis at that point, just to get it done, because you're going to have to gem the extra keys to run 12 runs a day, because the drop rate on the essence is so low, And if you're talking about, see, you're talking about an epic. I don't even know. I feel like at the top of
Oh,
those,
I'm sure
it's
even
probably going to
more.
be that higher tier
Oh,
essence that
yeah.
you're going to need. That's even harder to get. So yeah, it's a huge investment to try to farm those out. It just comes down to RNG and luck on that one now for
And-
that to be any benefit. And honestly, looking at a lot of the blessings, there's only like 4 that are really all that useful.
Exactly. There's a lot of
4 or 5. I mean, there's a few, but some of them are very niche.
There's a lot of stuff to pull out of it.
Yeah, exactly.
Sure.
But most of it is like, okay, I'm going to put Brimstone or Phantom Touch on everybody.
Or I'm going to turn you into a
there
sheep.
you go. Yeah, and even that's not all that useful because you end up basically keeping someone alive on the opposite team with it. You'd much rather be killing them than just having them stand there and butt at you.
All right, so speaking of just RNG based and
not much value for what you get,
we're going to talk about the Fate that opened this morning, the new event rather, and it's called Deck of Fate. And basically, to turn, there's 40 cards, I believe. Is there 40 cards?
Yes.
Okay. And to turn one card, you must have 1,000 pumpkins. Now, you get these pumpkins by farming for artifacts and accessories in campaign or dungeon. And you also get pumpkins from upgrading artifacts and accessories. So lots of silver, as we've talked about, is going to be taken away. So in order to turn one, you have to have 1,000 of these pumpkins. So, I mean, just I don't even know where to begin.
Well, 1,000 points for one card is ridiculous.
Yeah.
And as far as how much work you would need to put into that and what the value of it is, because before we got on to do this video, I said, well, let me get enough points to pull 3 cards so we can see if we can do the chest and get the Deck of Fate.
Right.
And I spent, I think, about 4 or 5 mil silver upgrading a few pieces to 16. Now, some of them were one of them I think was already 15. The other ones were only 12. So it was an added cost getting it from 12 to 15.
So don't expect to do 116 and think you're going to turn a card.
Yeah, but I did 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I think I did about 5 or 6 pieces. So I mean,
almost
basically 5 or 6 mils, so about a mil every piece or whatever. But it's gonna take. So basically, what is it? If I got 3,500 points roughly for
for what you did,
what did I say, 6 pieces? Then about 600 points roughly per mil. Yeah, so I mean, it's going to cost you 2 mil silver just to flip one card,
which is ridiculous.
Which is a lot of investment of. I mean, that's a solid. I mean, I will say it's either a lot of faction crypt farming because you can make silver very easily with the forge and just selling resilience gear. Like you can make 2 mil. I can do that. Or
spider farming.
Yeah. Well, I'm just saying as far as time consuming, I can make 2 mil silver in the forge right now and in a minute.
You can
however long it takes
resources.
me to pop them and then sell them.
Nothing. I get it.
Right. But to make 2 mil silver other than that, you're talking about at least, probably 3 or 4 energy refills, in Spider or, much more in other areas. But yeah,
there's no bang for your buck at all.
Yeah. So basically what we're looking at here is either the 5 to 6 mil silver value or 3 to 4 energy refill value on what we get in these 3 cards. And granted, if we get 3 in a row and hit a Lego book or something, then fantastic, I win.
Right.
But it sounds like from what people are talking about already, it's very rare to get 3 in a row.
I just turned 1 card and I got 3 gems, 3 charms. Right?
Yeah, and so I wouldn't honestly. I don't even think I would pull 1 at a time. I think I would wait to do the 3.
If you're going to do this,
right? I would wait to do the 3 or do 3 at a time, because more than likely it's going to reset after I pull the second one, and then it's going to reset on the third one. So then you're going to be like, well, just pull 1 at a time anyway.
You're at the slots, people.
But exactly, I feel like just to be able to see the return on the initial investment to get in there, you're going to want to go ahead and do 3 so you can hope for doing a set and actually get a chest and not just the
Yeah.
random 5 or 10 gems
Definitely.
or few
That makes a lot
charms
more
or whatever.
sense. Yeah.
And then you're thinking, God, I just did all that and I got, nothing in return.
Which is what happened to me. I thought that. So
Right.
I totally, no, that's a really good
So
recommendation.
maybe you're getting lucky. But
All
either way,
right,
let's
let's
see
do
what we
it.
get.
Yeah.
Let's see how it goes. So
All right, first card.
all right, I'm gonna go right here. Is that what we just do? We just tap it.
Okay, uncommon.
Okay, so I want another uncommon.
Multi
Then.
battles. That's good. That's usable.
All right, so let's see here. Oh, we got 2 uncommons in a row.
All right.
All
What
right.
is that? A charm?
That is that's a helmet charm for the forge.
1 charm, people.
Oh,
ah,
I hit it.
You got
I hit
it.
the chest. Let's see what we get. 200K.
All
so
right.
I just spent 5 mil silver to get 200K silver. And that's
Yes.
why the value is dumb.
Now, Plarium will tell you that as it goes up in rarities, that the prizes, the chests will get better based on the rarities. That was said, but they need to get a lot better.
But they need to have a better display of those higher rarity cards than filling the whole thing up with a bunch of uncommon.
Exactly.
Because I believe almost half of them are uncommon. And so you're going to be getting half of the time, if you're lucky enough, the uncommon prizes. So yeah, sure, it can get good, but yeah, no, the value of this is not there. I would not be burning a bunch of resources on this. We got a Halloween fusion coming up.
Exactly.
As well as a Christmas fusion that will likely be halfway decent as well.
This time of year, you really have to plan.
Yeah, you kind of got to look at it. I mean, hopefully it won't be a Pixel. Hopefully it'll actually be a useful something like Torment or whatever. But hopefully it'll be good. But we'll see. But yeah, this is not good.
And you didn't do it?
I couldn't do.
That was right before you did.
Yeah, I was basically right as I was starting the game. So I was just trying to get my Kale to level 5 and when he was out, basically.
All right, so think really long and hard about whether you want to do this, and it's a lot of work for small return. So we will see you guys later. Have a nice Friday.
Yeah, good luck with your pumpkins.
All right.